UFC 227, their estimated pay-per-view numbers are in, and it's around 300,000 pay-per-view
which
buys.
is amazing.
It's good, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the temperature of pay-per-views and their model, you know, including myself, I thought this thing was going to do around 100 something.
Right.
And, you know, it was trending, you know, on Instagram and with all that stuff. And I'm sorry, trending on Twitter. So those usually result in pay-per-view buys. And, you know, they're saying it does around 300,000 buys, which makes me excited because that means TJ and Cody get paid. But you to really get double your pay, you have to hit around that 400 mark.
Really?
So hopefully it comes in more like 400.
Okay, it's good.
They need to calculate in like the buying or the somehow the streaming,
the illegal streaming.
I don't know how they would do that, and obviously I'm sure they're on it. They're smart people, but God, that's killing these guys who are banking on those 400,000 pay-per-view buys. But good for it. And this gives TJ negotiation power now.
Yeah.
You know, going into things like, all right, well, you put me on that huge card before, so we don't really know where I was at. Now we know on a shit card, the worst card of the year, I still sold 300,000.
Right.
So it's great for TJ and Cody.
Right.
Yeah, largest live crowd there too.
Ever.
Staples Center. Yeah.
And remember at that stadium, Ronda Rousey fought Liz Carmouche. Also above, that was in Anaheim.
So Zingano. Rousey and Zingano.
The Ronda fought Liz Carmouche in Anaheim. Also on that card, which is a huge draw, was Brendan Schaub versus LeVar Johnson.
Which is
that was one of the most anticipated fights of the year.
Damn right it was.
I don't want to say it was a pure snooze fest, but I took him down over and over. At the time, was a lot of takedowns.
Didn't he say, get up and fight me, dog?
Yeah. And he also got busted for PEDs after that.
Yeah,
he's also in prison now for hitting women. So there's that.
Yeah. He's a rough fella.
Yeah, nice guy to me. Wanted to knock my fucking head square off.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
very
he could hit.
Power puncher. Someone call him a power puncher.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jen?
Another cool thing
him
about
down.
this is the UFC 227 was the most searched Google term that day.
Wow.
The most thing ever searched that day.
It's good for the sport.
The UFC has been having trouble ratings-wise.
But now, listen, what's good if you're a UFC fan, MMA fan in general, and Bellator is flying under the radar because UFC's announcing just some fucking heaters with Conor, Khabib, Nate Diaz, Poirier, DC, Lesnar. You got all this cool stuff happening, right? GSP, there's looming. So there's all this cool stuff going on in the UFC. Meanwhile, Bellator dropped their welterweight tournament, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. You have Roy McDonald fighting Mousasi.
They dropped there?
Meaning they announced.
Right,
it's 2018.
right.
So, hi. Yeah, no, you know how kids say dropped? I mean, they released some? Yeah. Can you tell Bryan? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so drop means release.
Drop.
Fantastic.
Release.
There we go.
Drop.
So Bellator dropped their announcement of the welterweight
you got Roy
tournament.
McDonald.
Yeah, Roy McDonald, who's fighting in it, which is crazy. But then he's fighting Mousasi before that.
Wow.
So he's an underdog against Mousasi, which is
Musasi's sucking down to 70? How's he doing?
Oh, no, 85.
Oh, okay.
Roy's going up there to get his belt.
Okay.
So Roy, he's fighting in this tournament. And you look at the bracket, you got John Fitch, you got Rory, you got Ed Ruth, who's a fucking monster.
Hell of a wrestler.
You got fucking, on the other bracket, you got Paul Daly versus Michael Venom Page in the first round.
Oof.
You got Lima versus that Korafachich.
Have
or
Paul
the fuck
Daly
is.
and Michael Venom Page fought in the past?
No, they hate each other. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Paul Daly
That'd be the most watched fight
Paul
on that
Daly
open round.
is so old. Paul Daly was fighting
He's been doing it
Nick
forever.
Diaz before Nick Diaz was even in the UFC.
Well, Strikeforce. That's where he got big.
He's been doing it.
Either way, Bellator's announced some heaters, and and then remember, you still have Fedor versus Chael coming up.
Wow.
You still have Ryan Bader versus Mitrione coming up. I'm telling you, man, Bellator is kicking ass.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
got to keep up with it?
Yeah.
But it's a good time to be an MMA fan. Between Bellator and what UFC is doing, like, things are all good, man. You can hate on the ratings all you want. Even I'm critical of their ratings, but in general, things are fucking good, man. Talent-wise, it's never been bigger. Matchup-wise, it's never been better. You got Conor coming back. The King is back. You got Khabib, the Russian Nightmare. You got super fights. You got Demetrius Johnson just lost, so you have this kind of transition period right now at flyweight, which they've always needed. He's going to be out. You have Henry Cejudo, who wants to fight TJ. TJ wants to fight him. Super fight there.
Is that going to happen, you think?
I think so, because DJ would get an automatic rematch usually for being that great of a champion.
Yes.
But he's out. He has a broken foot.
Yes.
So Henry
and
Cejudo,
his knee, right?
Yeah, and there's no one there, so Henry Cejudo versus TJ makes sense.
Yeah,
although
does.
Henry hasn't defended.
He's really
that.
a 35-pounder anyway.
They could fight at 25 or 35. Doesn't matter. Both of them are down for either. What else you got, Jen?
Just on that topic, so TJ and Henry Cejudo were on extra TV in front of Mario Lopez, and they both brought their belts. Like, they're kind of sort of promoting it already. If you've seen this clip already.
So let me just hold on, pause it for a second. So listen, the way this works is the UFC booked this on purpose. So if you guys think this is a coincidence that Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw are on extra with Mario Lopez,
that didn't just happen.
Henry Cejudo's agent and TJ were like, "Hey, what? You're on here too? Whoa!" No, the UFC was like, "Hey, let's put these gentlemen together."
Into each other. They weren't just walking down the street. Mario was in the middle, and cameras just happened to be in there. Is that what you're saying?
AC Slater just doesn't pop up and interview you. What do they say here?
I'll let it play for you.
Wait, come here, TJ. I'm gonna have to sit.
Careful what you asked for, brother.
Mario blew his leg out or something.
Yeah.
Cool moment right here because we got two UFC champions right here, very, very dedicated, and they're talking to each other right here. Now, obviously, y'all respect each other, but you feel very confident
Always.
if the fight were to happen.
Absolutely, I'll run through him. Taking that belt right off his shoulder.
Right. And Henry, you have no
You ain't
problems.
taking my belt.
How big is Henry Cejudo's head?
I'll go out and take it.
It's the golden rule. The guy with the gold makes sure. I got more gold than you, brother.
Well, both you guys all got gold right here, so
I know. I got more gold than you. Know that.
how would you approach it?
Division
How would you all
world champ.
approach it?
How would I approach it? I'd knock him out.
All right, that's to the point.
I think TJ.
The last time you fought a flyweight, you got knocked out. Remember
I've
that?
never fought flyweight.
Do you imagine the time you fought a flyweight?
No, please.
You got knocked out.
Please.
He's the last time you imagine fighting a flyweight.
Early in our career.
You're gonna get it.
Yep.
You're gonna get it. I hope you do. I hope either you come down or go up.
I'm coming
But
down
I'm gonna
to you.
take
I'm
that
taking
ball
that
from
right off
you.
your shoulder.
That's mine.
You got two serious competitors, man.
Good luck to these gentlemen. Please check out UFC flyweight champion Henry Cejudo in his next fight, and UFC bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw.
Nobody more competitive than TJ, but Henry Cejudo, same thing. Two fierce competitors. Oh yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, they're pretty fierce.
But seeing TJ before a fight, like backstage,
I think TJ
joking
would
around.
beat him. I do.
Yeah,
Well, it's hard to fucking say, man, but I think TJ would beat him.
I think TJ's a more.
Yeah.
I actually, and I watched that Cejudo DJ fight twice. Such a close fight in every way. And
I didn't think it was close.
taking nothing from him.
I don't
really?
I don't see more than one round for DJ.
Really? Oh, see, I thought DJ was more busy the whole time. Low kicks.
More busy doesn't mean
kicks.
you win fights.
Yeah, he got taken down a bunch. But why? Why do you say that? Because he got taken down?
Taken down. I thought.
But I didn't
DJ
think Henry
was on
did anything
defense.
when he was on the ground.
That's where you get fucked. That's
Why?
why because some people are on your side when they go, well, he didn't control him down. He didn't do it. That does not matter. The rule book does not say you have to do this and this in order for it to be a
Takedowns are scored.
That's a dominating maneuver. When your ass hits the ground, it's a takedown.
Yeah.
That is a takedown. That's the most significant thing that happened in the round.
And as a result, he won. He won that fight. So I don't think anybody felt like that was a robbery. I think,
They do. MMA community does. For
I think
sure.
that Cejudo earned.
Some
that
people
win.
had it 4-1 for DJ, which I find fucking
Well,
fascinating.
DJ was so active. So you saw him kicking a lot. You saw him throwing punches a lot. You saw him
Henry
doing
was
that.
fucking active too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Those takedowns are significant
amazing
advantages.
takedowns too.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he controlled them. And so when you look at the fight, you're like, well, that was the most dominating thing that happened over a few rounds in that
so you
fight.
give it to Henry.
I didn't find it close, but here's the problem. Everyone has their biases when you judge a fight.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a wrestling fan. And DC had a great comment. He goes, those are takedowns in wrestling. In the sport of wrestling, that counts as a takedown. So everyone's going to go, well, he popped up or he did this. That is a clear-cut dominating position. Those
Do you
count.
think Henry does the same thing to TJ as far as taking him down?
He's a different animal. It's a great fight. Great fight.
Well, yeah, and TJ's a bigger fighter, longer, so it'll be different. different
TJ's
distance.
a better wrestler than Mighty Mouse. TJ, wrestled in college.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting.
TJ's a bigger guy.
I will never bet against TJ.
Nor should you. What else you got, Jen?
Fucking monster.